Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Amal Suhail and my roll number is 21DE04. Today I'll be implementing Lab 11 of Digital Signal Processing, which is about analysis of Z-plane poles and zeros and the stability of the system. The first task of the Lab 11 is explain the graph's output in terms of the frequency versus Z-plane poles and zeros. Let us see the MATLAB code for it. This MATLAB code analyzes a digital filter defined by its transfer function using num and den functions. The first subplot visualizes the frequency response. Here we can see this plot represents the filter's frequency response, showing how it affects different frequency components. The second subplot represents the z-plane function to plot the filter's poles and zeros on the complex plane. In this case, the system has a single pole at z is equals to 1 by 2, which is inside the unit circle. This indicates the system is stable as all poles are within the unit circle in the z-plane. Now, the task 2 is here the numerator and denominator coefficients of the transfer function are given, and we are going to observe the frequency response and pole zero stability for this system. Let us run the code. Here we can see that the poles are existing outside the unit circle, which leads to the instability of the system. The system becomes unstable because the poles are outside the unit circle. The zeros does not contribute to the stability of the system. Running. Now moving towards the task 3. Here also the numerator and denominator coefficients are provided and roots are provided for the a variable. Let us run the code and observe the frequency response and pole zero plot for this system. Here we can see that different poles are inside the circle, and which leads to the system stability, but a single pole lies exactly on the unit circle circumference, which means that the system becomes marginally stable. Moving towards task 4, let us run the code and observe the output. Here we can see that a pole exists inside the unit circle, which means that the system is stable. Task 5, let us run it and observe the output. Here we can also see that all the poles are inside the unit circle, which means that the system is stable. 0 is outside this unit circle, but it does not affect the system's stability or instability. Task 6 is, here we can see that the poles are outside the unit circle, which means that the system becomes unstable. Task 7 leads to the representation of the plot as now we can see if a single pole exists on the boundary of the unit circle, the system becomes marginally stable. But if the poles are repeated on the unit circle circumference, then the system becomes unstable. So here in this plot, multiple poles are laying on the boundary of the unit circle, which represents the system is unstable. Moving towards task 8, and running its output yields the result of the plot as this, and here we can see that this system is also unstable because multiple poles exist on the circumference of the z-plane unit circle. Task 9 represents multiple poles and zeros inside the unit circle, which means that the system is unstable, but the overlapping zero and pole cancel the effect of each other. Now moving towards task 10. By running it, we can observe the z-plane output. Here we can see that two poles are outside, almost outside the unit circle, and a single pole lies on the unit circle. So the system becomes unstable. Now task 11 is, here we can also see that all the three poles are laying outside the unit circle. The system leads to the instability. The last task of this lab is task 12. Here the numerator and denominator coefficients are provided, and firstly we can observe the frequency response, and by running the output, the second subplot will represent the Z pole 0 plot, which represents the which do not represent any frequency response because all the poles and zeros are overlapping with each other. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.